Hey, hi everyone. Today I'm gonna show you what I can do. So today I'm gonna be using my mods and some other mods. Like, I basically installed 3 new mods. One which is called Peccary. It's a really good scale mod. Second, is like, well, it's realistic items. Item drops are realistic. And third is big buckets. Those are the 3 mods I just newly installed. As you can see, this is from the create mod. This is the only thing I know how to use from the create mod. And I've got Chisel and Bits mod because I thought that'd be really cool. I've also got my custom mod. Yeah, I've also got the preview page, which is kind of new too, because I like this preview page. Let me just show you what it does. So it lists all custom items. Chisel, beat, okay. U is for uses. I think U is for apple. I think if you click pull enter, if you go on something, pretty sure if you go for U, it shows the uses. So this is going to be, so this is basically regular crafting. Gold and an apple makes golden apple. And with my custom mod, this is my recipe. Apples, oak leaves, no logs to make. This is basically just how to make a bunch of apple trees inside each other. Bit crazy. Why did I? Oh no. Arrow. All these lingering potions. Splashing. I don't even know what these are. Growing machine. What? Okay, I don't know what that is. Machinery. Carver crop. I don't care what these are. I just want to. Apples. Okay, I don't want to give myself an apple. No. See what apples can do. Not much. Compost. It can be composted. Filling my spout. Honey plus apples makes honeyed apples. Create mod. And this is basically just shaped crafting for the same things. It works with custom recipes, so my custom mod recipes work, and that's which I really like. I don't know what random things. So these are my 2 things. For some reason, I don't know why I did this. They basically how to make tools out of them. The animation looks really weird. I'm not good at creator animations, that's why. And then this is the infinite. How to make. So how to make it. Basically, these 2 things. Top of that, there. Boom. Basically, this tree sprouts these trees, which then sprout more apples. It's supposed to go on forever. This is my custom thing. Basically what it does, and this, like that. Like, this is supposed to say rotten, but not so long after, I noticed it says rootin'. And this is just, you can cut it into 4 slices for a quarter each. This one turned into regular flour plus this, geodes, this, and this random apple makes random stuff. And then this, what is that? So, rootberry one. I don't know why I put rootberry dough plus an apple and strawberry dough. Why am I just putting all my doughs? I don't know why I put all my different doughs. It's like apple pie dough. That's a weird thing. It made a lot of... Anyway, go to... What did the regular apple do? So the different apple, that's slightly different, it makes you armor, which I drew, of course. This is why it's called Explore+mod. What? Like rainbows. Wait, what? Any chiseled bit you want plus orange mold makes a chiseled bit bag. Information, roughly enough items. Left clicked. Minecraft. All this random stuff you can do. Also, the chisel bit mod works with any mod. That's why chiseled bits are for anything, even my custom. I don't know why it shows a tiny version of the block. That's just a preview of my custom blocks if you want to see them. Don't know why those appeared. Okay, so this is basically nothing. Same thing happens here. How about this, though? It does a lot more. So you can compact it into a crafting table. You can just craft it into sticks as well. That, all the tools. Is there any other uses? This is the only use for this. But for some reason, these are literally the strongest tools in the game. Look at the axe strength. It's 90. It's a very strong axe. And the sword is 62. So axes are stronger than swords. I don't know why the game implemented that for axes being stronger than swords. But, just so you know, use axes instead of swords. They're stronger. Anyway. You can use swords if you want. What is this? Oh. Electron tube? How does it do that? Cogwheel. Mechanical crafter. Okay, I don't know what this is. Oh no, why am I doing this? This has 170 crafts it can do. It works with other modded items too. I think it can work with the plant tech mod too. Oh yes, it works with my custom mod, as you can obviously see here. Explore+mod, that's what it's called. If you want to get it. Anyway, back to the gameplay. Get a few custom blocks that I like. Okay, searching for Explore+mod doesn't work. Experimental soil, okay. Found the XP ore. Might as well, I'm not some of that. So anyway, I'm gonna be piling up something. Let's find something we like. I mean, I haven't finished the corn stages yet, but I'm gonna try to find good corn stage. I wanna see if I can get a hoe. I don't have a hoe. Oh, I can just get a perfect hoe from here. It only has 19 attack damage. So hoes aren't as strong. I have all that TNT if I want any TNT. Just put it there. Oh yeah, this is one of the stages, so that's why it looks kind of weird. I used a mod. I used like a. Wait, I want to know. It doesn't work with models. That's a bit disappointing. I think I'm just gonna cut the world. As you can see, this is what the peccary mod does. We can change my scale. And other things scale too, so. I'm gonna do base, so I just basically a lot smaller. Base is how big I am. Let's go for base. 10. I found 10 is a good value to divide it by. You can really see the chiseled bit differences like that. So let's go to survival. So I get the bits. And let's see. I bet if Luca watches it, he's going to be pretty impressed. Let's just cut all this. I'm going to cut part of this TNT. Like, well, you might be impressed, maybe not. I mean, it just looks kind of cool like this. You can see the character's a lot smaller. I can also change my reach so it's bigger. The More Commands mod also does that. But in case you're wondering, yes, my full damage. I do take more full damage. I'm smaller. I'm just going to take some blocks away from this. So I can go, like, let's go in that hole. Go up here, up here, up here, and up here to the sand. So, oh yeah, I accidentally pressed F5. It's not F3 that shows your, it's F5 that does that. It's also really hard to control your character when looking like this. Anyway, so yeah, F3 actually does this. Not sure if you see that, but it gives you a bunch of info. So anyway, this is what's in my chisel bit bag. Damn, some combine. I'm gonna take some of this TNT. It's gonna take some of this sand, and I'm gonna take some of this. I'm basically gonna build a weird structure using this. I don't care the difference. Basically, I got this pickaxe that has silk touch on it, so I can do this without completely ruining my structure. I'm gonna build a little tiny TNT area. Little area of tiny TNTs. So the thing that I got working is the schematic cannon. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so I'm basically gonna be showing you what the realistic items mod does with this. Oh, I'm accidentally building a tiny sandstone block. Doesn't matter. Is this actually sandstone? Because looks like what I was cutting is actually sand. Some of that, what I'm cutting is sand. Not sandstone. That could be sandstone. So I'm gonna finish building these two blocks. Oh no, I accidentally did that. You can break with chiseled bits if you didn't know. So Peccary mod is my new scaling mod. It's also used for the it's also used for like the immersive portals, or like not immersive portals, the cool portals mod. So scale multiplied by 10, get you back to your normal size. If you can see if we quickly break that, well, these are my blocks. So look, it's not visible. But when I throw it down, it's my literal model. You can also do held item instead of base, which is how big you want your held item to be. Do that. Doing it until it's visible. It's not going to be visible. Or no. Fried base. You can also be really big if you didn't know. Oh great, now my held item is really big. I'm big. Why didn't I just use F5? Fried. Held item. 10. Should shrink it down, but I'm gonna divide it by 2. Looks about normal. Maybe normal. Slightly bigger than normal. If we can get back to normal. A slightly smaller. You know what? Let's have a slightly bigger pickaxe. Yeah. Schematic hand's kind of small in my hand. I mean, resins. And you know what? It doesn't matter. Let's just get. So as you can see, if I throw that, it throws the model, which I like. Also, the packing tape mod works quite well with the chisel and bit mods. What I mean is, look what happens if I try to pack this. Well, if I go, I'll just give myself a ton of paper, which is what I need. So I need paper to make this work. If I do it in survival mode, so. Oh, great. Save paper 1. Give me like a lot of paper. Slash give paper. Marty apricot. Paper. 60 free, so I have a whole stack. Now, if I show you, we can pack that. Wait, what? Packing tape has durability? Oh, I didn't know that. I got a whole stack of packing tape, so I'm gonna break this carefully with my tungsten pickaxe. Tungsten is one of my modded materials. I looked how to make it. It's pretty easy. So now I've got a packaged block. I don't assume I can chisel this, can I? That wouldn't really make sense. Yeah, it breaks the whole block if I try to chisel it. So, I'm gonna do some, I might do some tests with this. This is basically what goes into the schematic cannon. I tried to test with a bunch of TNT and it didn't really work. Gonna make sure it says that don't skip missing blocks. Yeah, go. Okay, good. I don't really know what I can do with this, so slash or like compute what fail get okay, I don't know what to do. Anyway, so this it actually inverts colors. You see the obsidian is kind of white in my hotbar. Look what happens in TNT. It's blue. It works with my mod things too. Like if you look at one of my custom things, they're quite vibrant. So the color is also quite vibrant. Look, it's dark black. It's kind of red because it's green. It's kind of orangey. The opposite of blue is something else. Green turns into purple. The grass isn't very vibrant color though, so it doesn't really show that very well. So yellow seems to turn to blue. I was trying to get a black hole mod for fabric working, although I can't really get it working. So I'm gonna probably show you some cool things you can do with this scale. Try and multiply our base by 10 a few times. Like, it basically destroys the world. I can throw it. This item's kind of gone now. Well, do this again. I picked up a cactus. Oh great, the game's lagging. Let's throw that. I'm gonna go to... Oh great, my game's almost crashed. Might have to, well, I guess I'll just have to edit the recordings together. Oh no. Well, see you in the next recording. Alright, so sorry about that. I'm gonna go back to my game. Sorry it crashed, so like it froze. You can see the tiny tunnel is still there. Blocks like that TNT that have been extracted, like they don't really, like you can't light the TNT anymore. Can I pretend that this is growing for my crops? It doesn't work. It breaks the farmland. Oh great, my tungsten pickaxe is giant. I mean, why not keep this? It looks like I'm literally gonna break the whole chunk doing this. And the only thing that is funny. Okay. Funny. I like it being funny. Let's break that. And for some reason, this isn't really getting shown. What, because it's too far away? Oh, that's what happened. Oh, great. And when I do a visual like this, it looks like it's giant. Well, let's go back to normal. Let's go back to normal visual. This doesn't have the coolest thing, but I am going to show you how the schematic cannon works. First, I'm going to throw this away in some weird way. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn the villager house to lava and multiply my health by 1,000,000,000. Slash scale multiply health by like 1,000,000,000, like 100. So then my health is just going to get a lot higher. And I'm going to turn this house to lava, so slash place near resistant to lava. So I'm going to get hurt, but I'm also going to be very healed. So now I can basically... Oh no, I died. Bit disappointing, I lost all my stuff, but no worries. Slash game mode. Creative. Not too bad. Like, first, journey map creates waypoints where you die. So I can literally just do this. Teleport to my area I died. I am going to lose the lava, but... Oh no! How did my stuff not... Oh, I forgot that item models mod, the cool item models mod, makes all items invincible to lava. I really forgot about that. But it does. So that's one cool trick you can do with that mod. The only thing it says is, get this mod. That's the only thing it tells you, really. It makes item models invincible. Oh no, the giant chiseled bit bag. Also, this was something I made before recording this, which is basically a smooth sandstone block with TNT that spells oof in it, because that's the noise that my character makes when I die in Roblox, and I'm really getting addicted to that. It's really funny. I just do that all the time. Anyway. Right. Scale divide. Oh, not. Okay, scale divide base 10. No, what's smaller? I mean, is the held item smaller now? I think it looks like a regular pickaxe. Not by my tiny character. Anyway, let's go. Like basically, I don't know. The chisel's giant too. That's funny. Well, I'm just gonna write another word. Well, wait, I want to get the things. Come on, survival. So I get the blocks and I can place the blocks easier. So now I can just do this. I'm gonna... Right. I'll unmute once I've done it. Right, I did just notice that it's really hard to place the blocks in the right area because, well, they're really big. Anyways, I'm just gonna write this without. You can guess what I'm writing. Alright. Okay, this is a lot of effort not to do much. Oh, great. missed out something. Just broke another block. That's not an S, that's a... Yeah, I'm gonna have to divide the held items. I'm gonna have to divide the held items scale by like 10. Oh, no, wait. Slash scale divide held item by 10. Yeah, that looks a bit more normal. You can guess what I'm writing. It's very easy. Easy to guess. Alright. It continues on from that top part to this bottom part. So... Oh yeah, not only like that. Don't just do what the word says by itself. Yeah, well, you don't have to. Like, it's just because. I just want to. I don't really know what to build, and this is one of the things I can build. That's pretty cool. How do you write an E? Okay. It's an O. I don't know how to make an E. E. Just make me an E. 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 I don't know it. Okay, so. E. Okay, pretend that's an E. So don't just, like, I can read this out for you. It says subscribe. Okay, don't just subscribe to me. You don't have to. Although you can if you want. You can, like, if you're gonna do that, might as well do it to one of my friends called, he has a channel too. It's called Luca Bazooka. There's a link to his channel on my video called Reverse Minecraft TNT Explosions 2 Part 2. So, this is just not all I'm carving into this. I'm not just gonna carve it. I'm also gonna fill it in with, not TNT, oak planks. Nah, something else. Apple log. I'm gonna fill it in with apple pieces. Apple. I forgot which custom apple I made is the one you can place. Let's pretend it's that one. It's not that one. I can eat it. The particles are big, but I'm a bit smaller than the particles. As you can see, this is my block. Now I'm gonna just cut out a bunch of bits of this. Mine it. This is like a little cave I'm mining. I'm mining like a cave into my apple. This is like what the worms do in your apples. Like this. This is what it looks like. A worm. That's probably what it looks like. Kind of something like this. Pretty interested how Explore+mod make all this good. Actually good somehow. Good, I have a lot of blocks of that. Now I have enough apple blocks. I can just gonna place lots of them. You have to right click a place because if you do the opposite of right clicking, it's break. That's why left clicking with these also breaks. I know one of these bits. That's probably why. Anyway, I'm gonna fill this in with apple, which apple is basically just red colorant. Except if it's at the top of the block, and then in the middle, then it's brown as well, because that's the stem. And since Minecraft is flat, I can't really make that model. I didn't spend the effort to make that model. Oh, great. It's the top model. That's the top model. It's browner. I hoped that wouldn't appear, but for some reason because this is the top of the sand, that's why that appeared. I'm gonna fill this all in. After I do this, I'm gonna I just forgot my TNT thing. It didn't get deleted actually. Well, I know how to delete it. Yeet. Yeah. I deleted it. If you have cheats allowed using that, then you can delete things in there. You can also get things from there. Anyway, to building this. And I can't use World Edit to make this because World Edit doesn't work with tiny blocks. So, yeah. Anyway. Scale. Divide by feet base. Instead of divide, we're going to do multiply. Multiply by feet base. Could take out our tungsten pickaxe and mine this. Look. Subscribe. In really bad writing. That's my apple. So these are the two things. We're combining the apple. This new sound. This is chiseled bits apple. Hold shift for details. A lot of apple. Shift for details. It's smooth sandstone, but with some apple in it. 54 apple pieces. This is really cool. And if you want to see this close up, there you go, close up with number 1, which is a bit closer. If you want to see it even more close, there you go. The item is literally bigger than my character. And if you want to see it even more close, there you go. Now it's like a chunk. Now this looks like a chunk for my character. It looks like a big chunk. The clouds look weird. The poppy does too. You know, if you make your character this small, it looks like each block is a chunk. I'd probably die from filling one block. Scale. Multiply, pick the base. Now I'm bigger. I picked it up. Now I'm bigger. Now you know, don't do it 10 times. 10 times. Yeah, it can be bigger than the village, that's fun. So that's part of today's episode. I'm sorry when I don't upload every day. I try to upload as often as possible, but I normally don't feel in the mood for it. I don't have my mouse bit, unfortunately, so I can't really copy this very easily. But in case you didn't know about this backpack, I can put things in it. And look. You can also put backpacks in backpacks. If you didn't know that. Backpacks with items in backpacks. If you use the create mod, you can edit settings for other mods. My mod doesn't have settings, but lots of other mods do. Like the backpack mod allows you to change if backpacks are allowed inside backpacks. I would pick yes because that's just fun. How resistant is the character to lava? I want to know. It's gonna take ages. I'm basically just swimming in the lava. The character doesn't have any trouble. It's like a stars of the lava. The further longer he stays in the lava, it gets bigger. And eventually too big. Then he dies. I'm gonna get out of the lava. In case you didn't know. Also, so I'm gonna use Wilderness again. Place near 100 lava to. What should we turn the lava into? I was just thinking of clay. So let's do clay. It scans the world. I don't know how it got so much lava instead of a little bit. Probably replace some down on the ground. In case you didn't know, Explore+mod, well, it does what it says it would do. Makes it so you can explore a lot more in the world. Like this and this. Broccoli and chili peppers. Yeah, I'm sure you want to get that. It's quite a big mod. It adds a lot of stuff to your game. Look, these are literally called chili peppers. Don't know how I broke so many. Give me that. Look. Chili pepper. It's slash get scale. Get. Let's do. Defense drops. What is my current drops? Scale 1. Get Peckley drops. What is my block reach? How many blocks is it? 1 block. That isn't like. Okay. Reach. What if we just do reach? Reach. What does reach do? Well, let's find out. Scale. Multiply. Reach. Entity reach? What is entity reach? Reach. And 2. Well, first, is my block reach longer? Let's divide. Let's just set it back to normal. Divide by 2. Anyway. Let's try and multiply entity reach. Entity reach by 2. You see, I can reach entities from 2 times longer. Also, I have a lot of failed attempts of making mobs. Only 2 of them are put into the game. Number 1 is the caterpillar. I can show you it. Caterpillar. This is the spawn egg if you want to see. Caterpillar spawn egg. Explore+mod. It spawns a caterpillar. I don't know why it instantly died. That's not supposed to happen. Probably suffocated. I don't know why. It's a bit confusing that it's called Caterpillar 2, the item, but I don't have 2 of them. So anyway. And the second one is plastic. I tried to make plastic pollution, but it didn't really work very well. I don't know why there isn't a plastic spawn egg. Like plastic. It only gives you this plastic, which I'm pretty sure probably drops. Anyway. So if you look in the oceans, you're most likely to find some plastic. That's what Explore+mod does. It makes silverfish-like mobs. That I used a texture that I made called plastic. I used for most of these textures I used 3D paint. The ones that have a white outline are 3D paint I used. Possibly MCreator, but most likely not. This is not using 3D paint. This is MCreator if they have MCreator if they have like a different color outline, most likely, or or a see-through outline. And those are MCreator textures. Okay, let's try and dig up all this clay. I mean, how well does my tungsten pickaxe work? I'm not gonna use my tungsten pickaxe. And I need a new anvil. first let's get an anvil. I'm gonna enchant a shovel with a lot of enchantments. And we're gonna go for a already pretty strong shovel, because my mod makes the tools the strongest they can go. Uranium shooter. It shoots uranium out. That's what that does, in case you're wondering. Random molten debris. That's supposed to be the strongest one. Like, it's basically newer ancient debris from the game. So, we're gonna have efficiency. Efficiency strongest. Efficiency whatever the strongest is. I want the strongest efficiency. That's how strong I want it to be. As strong as possible. Place down my anvil, because I can't find the last one. But anyway, so molten debris shovel. It's already pretty strong. Let's enchant it with... But I have 5 levels, don't I? Why did I lose all my levels? XP experience. Add a lot levels. Okay, now let's try again. Now it has efficiency 5. So the new best players, if they're using my mod, they're gonna look like this. Look how cool this is. Look. If you want to use my mod, this is just a little showcase. It's really fast. It's really fast to break. Break speed is like instant. I know it doesn't work for those blocks. Look how fast it does. I can literally dig a hole in seconds. That's how strong these are. So if you want some really strong tools, you can use my mod for that. Happy for you to get it. I'm not trying to reach any cool max things on the downloads of my mod. I just uploaded the mod because I wanted to make my Minecraft experience look really cool. And I found a cool mod maker called mcreator. And now I'm seeing things saying that's the best mod maker in like the world. That's the only one I can find. It's also the best one I can. It's also the best one. Like, it's pretty good. Very easy to make things. You do need tutorials sometimes if you want to make complex things like custom crafting tables. I've got a tutorial. I've seen a tutorial for a custom crafting table. You can go check out Northwest Trees Gaming channel for some of those. It has lots of tutorials on how to do it. And my backpack's, I'm already quite full of clay. So let's put some of this clay in my backpack. Backpack's just a quick and easy way of storing stuff. I'm just gonna store all the stuff I don't really need in here. Dun, 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 dun. I'm mainly gonna be storing a lot of clay in here. I'm gonna dig up all this lava. I have a custom liquid called magma. It's supposed to be... I'm trying to code it so it turns into obsidian, but I don't know how to do that. So right now it just stays as itself. But at some point, once I'm better at coding, I'll make it so it, like, I'll make it to... There was a villager house here. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, there was a villager house inside of here. I don't want to break any dirt. Dirt or grass, I don't want to break any. How much lava did I spawn? A lot. I can tell that I made a lot of lava because how many clay balls I'm getting. The answer, like, how many clay balls I'm getting? A lot. A ton. Literally a ton. Any dirt I have, I'm probably just going to delete. Just going to stack up a ton of dirt and then delete it. Don't need the dirt. This is a really fast way of mining. So, if you're interested in, like, the strongest tools possible, I know that I used Creator to make these really strong mcreator, but they don't mind big radiuses. if you want that, you should check out some other mods. I don't have any mods that do that either. Only, like, I do have a launcher that makes explosion. It's called a TNT launcher. You basically surround, like, you have a few pieces of TNT, I think one, then you basically, like, put a bunch of iron in the launcher shape, like, on top of the TNT in a line. That's how you make the TNT launcher. I think you also have to use, like, a stick, I'm not sure. But, basically, yeah. Let's make some space. It's okay if you want to make it, that's how you can. These backpacks are really good. I use the biggest ones, not the energist ones, because I already know what they do, and I guessed correctly. Very obvious. All the backpacks link to each other. So even if you're checking a different backpack, it has the same thing as the other backpack. So you can put an energist backpack inside an energist backpack. Don't you have any other energist backpacks? Then you can check that same inventory, and not a different one. They all link to one same inventory. That's basically what it does. All the backpacks are linked to the same end. Wow, that took a long time to mine all that clay. A bit disappointingly, I don't have a blocker item rescaling mod. If only I did, so I could take a look at the item textures real close, like make it really big. I mean, I do have the scale mod to look at them close, but that's not what I want. I want to build them. I want the game to, like, build them and show me that. So that basically mines any blocks that you want to mine really fast, this shovel. So first, I'm going to delete the 7 dirt I got, and my backpack I'm going to fill up with more clay. This backpack's going to get full of clay. That's what I know for sure. Backpack's going to get full of clay. Yeah, if I turn those all into blocks, which I might. Probably going to dump it in automatic crafter. I can't do that, actually. I'm probably going to. Just going to get myself a crafting table. Oh, no, wait, I can just get them all out. So I'm going to take the stacks and stacks of clay, compress them all down into blocks, and see how much I have. Sorry if you hear my family talking in the background. Just going to make all this clay. It's getting hot. No, it's not too bad. Don't have to worry about it. Okay, craft. Did I even get the crafting table? Crafting. First, I'm just going to drop one. Put some of this clay in my backpack. Then I'm going to use this. Oh, I just forgot I could literally just... I forgot they require, I think I can just use my small crafter to do that. This crafter. Yep. Clay. So each 4 stacks is going to turn into 1 stack. This is going to take a while. The amount I had is going to get divided by 4. Anyone could divide that for me, thank you. But just gonna do this a bunch of times. Just if only I knew how that automatic crafter works. But I don't think I do. Well, let's try and find out how it works. This is just an attempt, so it might not work perfectly. Of course, the mechanical crafter is not. Of course, I forgot that you need the compressor, not the crafter. Oh wait, what am I doing? 4 clay. Just gonna try and pull this. I'm sorry that my videos don't have music. I don't add them to music to them yet. I might at some point in the future, but not right now. My headphones are getting... It's because I'm wearing my headphones, I think. After this, I'm going to take a break. So, I might not expect much more video, because I'm going to need a break soon. I'm also not very good at fighting snacks. Oh, look, this has a much easier stack divider. It divides them in half. Instead of the Bedrock edition that does it a lot harder, and I have to click at the right time, or tap at the right time. So I do Bedrock edition on my tablet. And I'm really disappointed that that doesn't get modded. As you can see, I am using my computer just to get modded Minecraft. I use my computer. That's why you can see a cursor flying around the screen. What? I'm putting it in! No, that's the backpack! Why did I just do that? What am I saying? Yeah. Okay, go. Go now, go now, go! That's 32 of those. Just take 16, 16, 16, 16. Use a silk touch shovel. I don't know why. I think I'm just guessing that silk touch shovels can make 6 extra clay blocks. If anyone guessed the amount of clay blocks I'd get right, or from this stack, well, congratulations if you got that stack correct. I did not expect 6 clay blocks, so I've compressed quite a lot of inventory space, quite a lot of less inventory. At least it compressed pretty well. Like, the create mod as an automatic crafter, they're really hard to use. The automatic crafters in create mod are really hard to use. Okay, probably gonna stop soon. If anyone has any ideas, you can like post a video called like put my channel name Marty, put like Marty like this is what you should do on Minecraft to Marty or so. Then you might wanna make sure that you write my channel name, like put it's to like my channel in the description of the video. If you do that, then I'll probably come and check out your video at some point. So the crafting table there. Anyway, so what should I do? I'm really wondering what I should do. Unfortunately, the scale mod doesn't scale mobs. I wish it did. I can't find one that does that. Look at entity. I mean, I can also divide my strength. I can multiply my knockback, which I like. It hits mobs a lot farther. Increase your block range. If only I had one that would. Should probably get. So this is the one that's for. My hand fell. That's the one for mining silk things with silk touch. Use anvil to place it. I'm gonna get another tungsten pickaxe. As you can see, I've got tungsten, which apparently comes from wolframite. I didn't know that. It's like tunnel. Let's get a ready tungsten pickaxe, which I renamed it Fortune. Oh, I tried to make a multiplier enchantment I think fortune is basically that. A bit disappointed that I should get I should probably get a mod that gives you enchantment level infinite to have enchantment levels infinitely high. Anyway, so where's the... I'm gonna find the efficiency. Efficiency a lot for a pickaxe. Also gonna rename the time. Just D10. Tungsten pickaxe 2. Nice. Nah. But I might put like a secret word in French in like the subtitles. Probably won't actually, because I learned that at school. I might. I won't. I won't. Slash drain as well. I think you have to do slash drain. Do you? Yeah, you have to do slash drain. Now drools. Drain water. 10 water. 40 blocks are being drained. All the water was drained. That works for all liquids. Anyway, if you want a quick showcase of the schematic cannon mod, I can show you that. Basically how it works. Schematic and quill. First, you select the first block you want. Position 1. This is basically like world edit copy and paste. That's basically what it's like. Make sure I get that wheat. The wheat. So. Wheat. Yeah. Wheat. Desert farm. I knew that started basically just do this. Save and I'll upload automatically. But I have this. I can place it wherever I want. Let's say I want to place it. I don't know. I don't know. Where would the villager want another farm? I don't know. Maybe over here. Of course I have to cycle. Is it placed? Is it positioned already? It seems to not work with water. There's my schematic cannon. Gonna need the few blocks. Oh great, I'm gonna need a lot of wheat. If only I had my mouse. A bit disappointed I don't have it. Just get the blocks I need. Put down these. Where's my cannon? Where's my cannon? I need to know. Where's my cannon? I'll find my there it is. Cannon. Okay. So first I put my schematic. Put the schematic in there. Missing items, stairs. Smooth sandstone stairs. So smooth. Stairs. Okay. This isn't working, so I should give players. Let's go for. What should I do? I don't know actually. Wait, what was I gonna quest? Sandstone stairs. Sandstone stairs. New sandstone stairs. 63. Give me 63. So I have 64. It's just firing them. Just fires them. What do you need? Cut sandstone. Cut. Cut sandstone. 64 cuts. Don't use 2 of the stairs. What are you missing? Dirt. I deleted all my dirt, didn't I? Well, oh great, the land isn't hoed. Land needs to be. How is some of the land already hoed? That doesn't make sense. Is this supposed to be hoed? Instantly? That isn't supposed to happen, is it? I don't know. What are you missing? Wheat seeds. Up. Dirt. Wheat seeds. What did it place? Oh, it placed the start growing. Need a hoe. Where's my hoe in my backpack? I'm just gonna hoe this for the villager. I'm gonna find a water bucket. Water bucket. Water bucket. Bucket doggy. Okay, go. Place the water. Oh no. Need a few of these. Then it can make an infinite water source. Why not give myself a big bucket? It's not placing all the water. You know what? Just gonna give myself. Well, that's not water. I'll just hoe this. Hoe the parts that aren't hoed. Go back to the cannon. It's an item composter. I know that they only have one, naturally. What? Really, create is for the people who know how to code. Basically what it is for. It literally fires wheat plants. How is that possible? Excuse me, why are you firing wheat plants? How? How could a cannon fire seeds that turn it instantly into wheat? Finished. Okay, finished it. See if the farm was a good copy for regular. I don't know, I think it's a kind of rip-off copy. Like, plants aren't fully grown. They are on the other farm. No. water is good. Oh no! Okay, what does a flood command do? Flood, water, water, okay, 19. Slash tool flood. I think I need an item for that. I don't know. What should the item be? This. Yes. Hard 5. Wait, what? This literally changes. It changes all the blocks in a certain. Changes all those blocks in 5 by flooding the area. That's what happens when it rains. Okay, this is not working. No, just delete. Let's hope that doesn't apply to anything else. Yeah, it doesn't apply to anything else. Okay, slash place near 10 air to water. So this is basically what the flood does. This is what flood does. Oh great, I just destroyed all the crops. That's what happens when it's raining. Why do you expect villagers to be peaceful? No, it's flooding. It's literally flooding. Because it's raining. And the rain is heavy rain. Wetter heavy rain. Okay, it's not raining anymore. Right, now we can remove that. Now we can not do that command. Now I have a giant water globe. This is really cool. That's really cool. There's items floating around in here. Flower pots mainly. Yeah, that's enjoyed. My bubbles run out, it's not a problem. How fish are already getting in here? Oh, it's still raining. Oh, it's not raining. What? Okay, it rained. It rained. That means flooding. Wait, it's raining in only a certain area. Okay, it's only raining around here. It's only raining around here. So I'm just gonna make this bigger. Hey, no villager escape. There's no villagers escaping. This is a flood. What did it do? Okay, floods are like seasons. What do you expect? It's flooding. Now I'm just gonna make all the items float away. Like all the items float. All the blocks float into items. Slash fly. No, flip. If you don't know what that does, it basically flips your copied thing a bunch of random directions. Pretty cool. Ow. Okay, let's go back. So what do I want to do? I think we about reached an hour mark. Why is there a cactus here? Not sure. If anyone like good at coding is watching this video, I would like if you know Slime Rancher, then I would like you to make like a Explore+mod. I've been wanting that for a while. And we'll see another YouTuber that's maybe want to do that. Also, if you just want to if you're good at coding in Minecraft, I would like you to make like a mod that I think. Wait, what was I gonna say? I'm thinking. Oh, yeah, right. Like, it got the command, like, in a certain range, like World Edit. You can break, like, the blocks. You can break, like, the blocks, and it drops their items. Okay, if you do, like, make a video on that, and, like, tell me what the name is. Well, the name should be, like, maybe the name should be, like, Easy Block Break. in brackets command, then in brackets command. I don't know. Like that. Out of the okay. Waypoints. Boom. And all the water. I'm gonna end this video once I've fully flooded the place. Like a few minutes of recording while it's fully flooded. Also, if this video hits at least 2 likes, then I'll make some custom juices. Also in the next update of my mod, you should expect like a flattener machine. I'm planning to make one. We'll have to update the mod. That's not too hard. How is there water pockets here? Air pockets, sorry. Water pockets, air pockets. This is so cool. Such game mode creative. Looks so cool. You can just enjoy it with all the fish. That's what happens when you turn a desert village into a giant aquarium. Wait, I missed a spot. I know, that's game mode creative. Just make it rain down. See what happens to the house. See what it looked like. Oh, that was a big splash. That's really funny. Just boom. Oh, yeah. Also, if this hits at least 1 like, I will be making like an aerogel block that you can like a slushy kind of block that you can turn water into. Anyway, bye guys. Leave something in the chat.